good evening. Welcome to the Insight Show here on MadhouseTV.com, which I don't have to say because if you're watching it, you already know that. But anyway, tell your friends so they can tune in to MadhouseTV.com and look for the Insight Show and click it on. Tell them to click it on. We have an interesting show tonight. We have one of the guys who usually behind the camera, behind the scenes, and one of the owners of the station and stuff like that. We'll be talking to him momentarily. But this is Thursday. It's June 5th. It's my anniversary for this show. It's the first year down. Actually, tomorrow, but tomorrow's not Thursday, so we're celebrating today. And I'm following the Frank Prince format because he had a little party for himself when he made his first year, which is interesting. It's been a very interesting ride. I love the old studio. I love this a lot more, as the air conditioning's on, keeping me cool. But I would like to also just remind everybody that the show itself, the theme of our show is from the old George Burns movie, Oh God, or later on, Oh God, You Devil, which was just simply the theme that he tried to get everybody to do was to thank God. So just keeping that in mind, I'd just like to say to you, thank God. And don't worry about Bible verses so much. Think about what you can do to make life a little easier for you, your family, and everybody else. And that's really what you need to do to be in touch. With that, I'm going to introduce our comedian tonight, and that is Stephen. And interesting name for this show, for Lazarus is his last name. So welcome to the show.
Nice to be here.
My pleasure.
Happy anniversary.
Well, thank you. It's an interesting show, and it's a lot of fun. We have a lot of talent on here, including yourself,
and
obviously. Me. Yes. And you also, because this is a very interesting thing, because of the Lazarus reference, and to the Pope and me at Yankee Stadium, he is also a published author. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's up there. What do you have to do to get this?
To get the book?
Mm-hmm.
I met the Pope.
I mean, how do you get the? Just look.
To get the book. You can go to my website, stevelazarus.com, or you can go to Amazon and just put in The Pope and Me or The Pope and Me at Yankee Stadium and order it. I'll autograph it for you. Steve Lazarus, Derek Jeter, whatever you want. Babe Ruth.
And incidentally, it's nice because you can't have this one because this one's autographed to me, which is very nice. And how'd you get him to hold still for that?
It was tough. It was tough, but especially since I'm Jewish, which was kind of odd, meeting the Pope at Yankee Stadium. But it was fun. It was fun.
All right. Well, how did you get interested in the comedy end of it? How long have you been doing comedy?
I started comedy in '95, and I'm working at Yankee Stadium since 1977. And I had so many experiences at Yankee Stadium, walking around, having fun with the fans, and I would make jokes during the rain delays and talk to people and have fun. And everybody's like, well, why don't you take it on stage, be a comedian? And I'm like, really? So '95, I just started it, and here I am.
Well, did you follow it up with school or anything like that, like these comedy schools?
Yeah, I took a comedy class to get started, and just went from there. It's fun. Comedy's just fun.
Well, I'm going to keep talking to you, but I'd like to introduce somebody else here because I know he'd probably like to say a few words about this stuff. He's shaking his head. No, I don't want anything to do with this. You may know him as the owner of the station, the camera guy. He has his own show. He has, what the heck was the name of that thing? A website with Woodstock Guru. He's on that. And he's got all kinds of ventures going on. He sings with a big group, Tommy Maher. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome.
Thank you, Dennis. It's a pleasure to be here. Pleasure to be here.
And what's the name? It was something.
The Maverick Soul Hour.
Maverick Soul. Is it still on? Still going strong?
We took a little hiatus because we made some room for someone else. Another really good show. Was it Rockin' Inc. On Mondays at 8. So I was going to go to 6 o'clock, but it's just too early for me to get the band members here and stuff. And I'm going to try, give it a shot. I want to bring back the old Ed Sullivan feel on Sunday nights at 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. and I think it'll make life a lot easier for these big guys to travel. You know, I don't know about the summer going home for the Hampton traffic, but definitely getting here it'll be a lot easier, and I think it'll be good. It's a good time, you know. I think it's a really good time to watch, you know, and got some really big bands coming on, really big bands, and we've got a lot of exciting things coming up. I mean, all of us in the crew here are we're going to be heading out to Windsor, Canada, right outside of Detroit, right across the river. I think it's like 600 feet from the skyline of Detroit, on a $3 million stage for the biggest rock and roll party in North America.
Wow.
And we're gonna stream the whole show live. They're giving us a motorhome attached to the back of the stage just for us, for exclusive interviews, and we're going to get all the behind the scenes. We're going to stream the whole thing live for the world, and it's going to put us on the map, I think. And actually, there was a news thing today in Canada, on their news, channels, and they announced it and mentioned us and told them we were coming, and they're excited to have us come, and we're excited to be there, and we're all looking forward to it. Me, Vicky, Tom, and Janine, and whatever other characters we drag along with us.
Can I come?
Can I come?
It is literally
You need a
the
comedian?
number one rock and roll party in North America every year. Dave Mason is headlining it this year. Dana Fuchs is there. It's like 60 bands. It's a 3-day concert. It's going to be unbelievable. We're really looking forward to that.
Congratulations on that.
Yeah, and I also actually have an interview this Tuesday night, too, at a big one at the Iridium. I'm going to keep that one a secret, though, because actually, I'll tell you, it's Walter Trout, which is probably
See, you made me
the
drop
greatest, one of the top greatest blues musicians in the world. I mean, without question. So I'm looking forward to that, too.
So did you see the show the other night with the awards and guys inducted into the Hall of
I did.
Was it KISS or whatever it was?
Yeah, I saw that. It was interesting. And yeah, I'll tell you a quick funny story about that. I actually literally was at the first KISS show they ever had, ever. And it was in Amityville, New York, in a place called the Daisy on 110 in Amityville.
Wow.
And I remember we had an apartment on top of an antique store, and my brother came running up. It was on a Sunday, and he said, "You got to see these guys. They're wearing makeup." I was like, "There's no way, no way." And I went running down there, and all they actually had on was eyeliner, but it was like, "Are you kidding me?" I mean, that's how crazy it was in those days.
Back then, yeah.
Back
It was
then, a lot of
crazy.
groups did.
Nobody did that, and that was their first show ever.
I can't remember the name of the group anymore, but it was a big thing for a while with like drag queen type things, singing.
Oh, a million came
crazy,
after.
yeah,
A million came after.
So let me ask you now.
Sure.
Now that you're on the big show, have you done any other TV shows or anything like that?
Yeah, I did a bunch of TV shows. Comedy Central.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's on Comedy Central, and a few small shows like this. I was on the Artie Lang show. Artie Lang used to be
that's
with
big show.
Howard Stern.
Did that just
Wow.
go down?
It
That's
just
amazing.
went down.
That's great.
Yeah,
I'm very shocked because I heard it was
It was great.
doing great.
It was
I
doing
heard-
great. They took it off. I don't know why it went down.
I heard it was doing. I heard the
I
ratings.
did
went right
it
through the
back
roof.
in February. Artie
That's-
Lang is a big Yankee fan. He actually has a season ticket.
Are you
and,
big on this? I know you say you worked it. Are you big on all the sport? The
Pretty
names
much.
and all
Well,
that
pretty much the Yankees. I was born in the Bronx,
I'm a Yankee.
and grew up with my dad taking me to the stadium, and that's how I got started working there. Because believe it or not, my dad was a bookie. It's a crazy story.
Love bookies.
And
I was a bookie once
big,
too.
yeah, big gambler. And when I got older, I would pick up and drop off money for him. And this one guy, I would go to Yankee Stadium, and the guy I'd pay and collect, and he was in charge of the vendors. And I'm like, really? And that was my dream job. From when my dad used to take me, I would look at the beer vendor and go, this is great. He's making money, and he's watching the whole
Yeah.
game. I said, other kids want to grow up. I want to be a lawyer. I want to be a doctor. I want to be a fireman. I want to be a beer vendor. So when I found out this, and the guy said, yeah, come down tomorrow. I'll sign you up. I went in there right away. Next day, I was working.
And you're
there.
still doing that?
Still doing it. I started, the first game was the All-Star game in 1977.
Wow,
And
good year.
Good year. And that was Reggie Jackson, 3 homers in the World Series, and been there ever since.
Well, it's funny. Before, as a lot of people know already, that I'm a retired cop. I'm a retired detective in New York City. And they had a detail
Yes.
of police officers who would go down there.
Yes.
And they got to watch the
I
game
know.
for free.
And they
get
even
paid.
sang.
They got paid
They
for
even
it.
Actually,
sang, right?
my brother actually is retired. He was in the 4-6, which was close to that. And my nephew is also a police officer. He got the detail. I mentioned that he got it, and he said it was great. You get there at like 4. You go home at the end of the game. You watch the game. You don't do anything, and you get like double time, triple time, whatever it is.
But I never.
Yeah.
That's
I
a
was-
magical place.
I
It
never,
is.
I never got to do it because I never got into sports. I don't know anything about anything except boxing and the cage fighting and stuff. But baseball, football. I mean, if I was ever caught as a spy, you might as well just shoot me.
Yeah, see, now
I
I was
can't
the
tell you
opposite. I
nothing.
was a freakazoid Yankee fan.
Okay.
And in '61, that was my favorite
Okay.
because Roger Maris was my hero.
Okay.
Still to this day is my hero. And I played softball till I was 44 years old, 3-time world champions. And I wore number 9 from when I
Wow.
was 8 years old till I was 44. And if I wasn't 9, I wasn't playing.
Well, this is
That's how much I loved that, man. I loved it. And it was Mantle and Maris, and I
Maris.
loved Mantle too. But I remember my brother driving me to the first game I ever went to. I was amazed. I mean, I'm sure everybody, when you go there for the first time,
It's great.
I don't know, maybe I was 10 or something. I guess at 61 I was 10. And I remember coming, and late in the, like 7th inning or something, we were up in the nosebleeds,
Sure.
and then we went down and sat right by the dugout. And I could still remember the feeling when Mantle came out and he put his one leg up on the step and he was leaning on the bat like this close to me.
Yeah, sure.
I couldn't believe it. I mean, it's still with me. And Maris and they smoked then
I
too.
have-
And
Oh,
right
back then, smoke and yeah.
sitting in the batting.
Exactly.
I have a friend of mine who was such a Roger Maris
Oh,
fanatic.
I am
He
too.
actually named his daughter Maris.
Yeah.
I loved it. And
It's
you know,
amazing to me.
for the crap he took, and the gentleman that he was,
Mhm.
He
it
got
was
the
just
record.
so
Didn't he really get the record?
he still has the
Yeah.
record.
He still has the record.
Because they shortened the
technically.
season, right?
No, because he didn't take steroids.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
He still has the record. There's nobody would have done that.
well,
today-
except
Yeah.
the Babe.
Well, Babe he beat Babe.
Yeah, but I mean, you're talking about guys with no steroids.
Right.
Yes.
It was beer.
He just had
Beer.
one steroid.
It was
So-
beer and hot dogs. But-
So
He must have been one of your dad's customers,
Yes.
right?
You know, I started similar to Tommy. My dad used to take me to the games, and if you remember, they used to have the big, like well, I call them dental implants. Remember the big pole
Oh, right,
in the
you're
old
right.
stadium, and we'd always get the seats
Right.
there, and I'd
Right,
have to do this
right,
during
right.
the whole game. And my dad took me, and I was there with my dad and my grandfather, and I remember the Yankees hit a home run, and my dad got upset. And I'm like, why are you upset? And I looked at my grandfather, he said, because, of course, your father bet against the Yankees. So I'm there going crazy, and my dad's all upset. Oh, I can't believe it, because he lost the bet. He was a bookie. So
let me ask you also, where's your next gig going to be?
my next gig is actually Saturday night in a VFW in Babylon. And that's just
What's
like
that,
local stuff. But in November, I'll be at the Borgata in Atlantic City
Oh,
for the
cool.
whole week, which is great. It's local. I love going down to Atlantic
So
City.
this is the 5th, 6th, 7th. So it'd be the
That's-
7th.
that's
year?
November, like 4th to the 9th, whatever that first Monday to Sunday is. Isn't it?
Comedy
Well, that's
Central.
great.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
big time,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
That's
you're
like
gracing
the,
our show.
Absolutely.
That's like the God.
Now,
I
now,
do everything.
now that you made the big time.
You know what? You know the expression, you meet the same people on the way up as you do on the way down? And somebody told me that a long time ago, and I still believe in it.
Well, we're doing good. This show is on the move. We have gracious dear Lord, thank you. We have over 20,000 people
That's
watching
great.
us right now, and we even have 5 or 6 or 7 people in Japan.
That's great.
And I was like, yeah, come on, with subtitles? He said, no, they're soldiers.
Yeah, but you have them. I see the stats, and you have them not just in Japan. You have them in Australia. You have them
Sure.
in Germany. You have them in England. You have them in Norway. I see the numbers. I mean, they're all over.
Well, that's
And I don't
great.
think I don't think it's 7. I think it's a lot more
It
than
sounds like
7.
it should be more.
Oh, hear that? Well, let me just jump on something really quick here. I'd like to, I got to give a plug to Gateway Comedy. That's each week, generally Mike Dillon who is an agent
Mike's
as
a good
well.
guy. I work for Mike. Mike's a
Yeah,
good guy at the
he-
Gateway. Yes,
Exactly.
Very nice guy.
There you go. He supplies us with comedians every week, and he does that on his gracious, very gracious of him to do it. He works very hard doing it, and he has his own phone number. If you call him up, you get a tape message.
He
that says
does?
Gateway to Comedy. Well, I mean, a tape machine that you can listen to where he is and what they're going to be doing. So give him a call at 631-790-4046, and let him know that you heard it here on Insight Show, and go on down and see some comedy acts. And with you,
Yeah.
Steve, I'd like to put a shout out there to Rich Walker, who gave me your information
Yeah.
and got you down here tonight, which was
Yeah.
great. I really
If you have,
appreciate that.
If you want any kind of an event, Mike does that at Gateway. If you have any kind of party, any kind of anniversary, wedding, and you need comics, Mike will put it together for
Yeah,
you.
he does. He gives us
Absolutely.
that.
Yeah, he's in a
Nice
lot,
guy.
right?
And also, I have a friend of mine. I want to see if it's on here. Should be on here. Okay. Tony Ferrara. He's the he's a singer of the Chaperones, and he's trying to retire on me, but I don't want him to do that. But he talked to me. I talked to him today, and like I said, he's trying to retire. I'm not going to let that happen. So what I said I would do is I would put out his name. If you guys call in to our studio number, 631-669-7999, and tell them that we want to hear Tony from the Chaperones. Tony will come in here and sing his hit song, Cruise to the Moon, and probably a few others. But he was really interested. If you call in, like that movie, if you call in, he'll come. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I've been tying this up. It's great. Don't go away. We're going to be right back after these commercial messages with a whole lot of stuff. Tommy's singing. We got the comedian. We got Steve doing stuff. I'm going to be singing a song next. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
My name is Dr. Robert Brevard. I'm here for Multi-Medicine in Westbury, New York. We're located at 1065 Old Country Road, Suite 214. Been here for about 15 years. The practice has medical doctors, physical therapists, chiropractors, acupuncturists. We also do pain management, and we have orthopedists on staff. Here at Advanced Multi-Medicine Rehabilitation, we've got physical therapists on staff who treat an array of conditions, from neck pain to back pain, shoulder pain. We treat carpal tunnel. We treat a lot of car accident patients, slip and falls. We treat patients with knee injuries, with ankle injuries. We have state-of-the-art equipment. We've been here for over 15 years. Vast array of diagnostic testing, from x-rays to EMGs. What is an EMG? It's a diagnostic test that allows a doctor to determine where the pinched nerve is. Cora is a physical therapist at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. She's working on Stephanie, who was involved recently in an automobile accident. Stephanie has tight thoracic and cervical musculature, and Cora is doing some myofascial release work and some therapeutic stretching to help her with her pain. Vicky is also a patient here at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. Vicky is now working her leg muscles, specifically her quadricep muscles, trying to strengthen them after an injury she sustained. If you find yourself in need of any type of physical therapy, please don't hesitate to call Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation, located in Westbury, New York, in Suite 214. Phone number is 516-334-7000, or find us on our website at advancedmultimedicine.com.
I am Tom Mealy for the Harrison Law Group, and I have been telling you for years that getting involved in an automobile accident is no joke. This is what we do. We're not new at this game. If you've been involved in an accident of any kind, and you go to a law firm that says you have no case, it's simple. It's because they can't do it and they don't get it. You need to call us directly at 1-800-INJURY-LAW.
We're doing the Tommy is going to be doing some songs, so I can't do some standards. I got to do something a little different. So here we go. If we can tune up my band. This is actually guitarist on this is a very good friend of mine. That's Lou Caveras on lead. Got a black magic woman, got a black magic woman. Yes, I got a black magic woman, she's got me so blind I can't see. But she's a black magic woman, trying to make the devil out of me. Turn your back on me, baby. Turn your back on me, baby. Yes, don't turn your back on me, baby. Don't mess around with your tricks. Don't turn your back on me, baby. You just might wake up with magic sticks. got your spell on me, baby. Yes, you got your spell on me, baby, turning my heart into stone. I need you so bad, magic woman, can't leave you alone. All right, that takes care of that. Oh, hey, thank you very much. Yeah, it's not like laughing. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have a distinct pleasure to introduce to you right now our comedian for the night, Mr. Steve Lazarus will be coming up here, and I'll be getting out of your way. Put your hands together one more time.
Here we go. All right, thank you. Thanks so much. Big hand for Dennis. Come on, everybody. Big hand for Dennis. Yes, thank you so much.
Well,
It's great to be here. I'm really excited. Let me tell you why. We all know what a bucket list is. We all have a bucket list as you grow up. And when I became a comedian, I made a bucket list. And one of the things was I want to meet George Carlin. And I met George Carlin. He was my idol. And, I checked it off my bucket list. I wanted to work in Las Vegas, which I did. Checked that off. And I wanted to do Comedy Central. I did. And I checked that off. And tonight, finally, completing my bucket list, working Madhouse TV. So I'm checking that off. I'm done with that. So,
yes.
Thank you. Glad to be here. Little sad. I got some bad news from the doctor. I went for my annual checkup, and here's what he tells me. He says, Steve, you're at that age where you got to start watching what you eat, which I hate because I eat a lot of junk. I eat a lot of junk food, especially as a kid. I used to eat the worst garbage. If you remember the little liquid that came in the wax bottles, you remember those? Little liquid that came in the wax bottles? And I love the gum cigarettes. So here I am, I'm 5 years old, I'm drinking, I'm smoking. I actually got so addicted to that gum cigarettes, they made me wear a Sour Patch. It was like, oh, I loved it. Oh, man. A little confusing, the candy, though, when you were a kid. They had this candy, it was called Candy Buttons, that came on like a white strip of toilet paper. As a kid, I thought that's candy for the blind. What the hell is that? What is that? I don't know if you remember jujubes. Jujubes were one of my favorites. The good thing about a jujube was, if you wanted one, 3 days later, all you had to do was this. Okay. So, as you heard before, as we were sitting on the couch, I have a very unique day job since 1977. I've worked as a beer vendor at Yankee Stadium. And it's an interesting job. Thank you. It's an interesting job. The only problem is I have to proof people. And kids try to give me phony proof. This one kid as proof handed me a baseball card. So I'm looking at it, and I'm looking at the kid, and I said, listen, I got to be honest with you. This doesn't look anything like you. He goes, how about now? I've been there actually since 1977, and I'm only vendor number 41. You all get assigned a number. And the only way you move up in seniority at this point is if somebody dies. Vendor number 1 just celebrated his 88th birthday, it's pretty amazing. And he's been through a lot through the years, 2 heart attacks, diabetes, and a gunshot wound from vendor number 2. But I love it there, and as we know, Yankee fans, if you've been to the games, you know, or you watch it on TV, are the roughest people on the planet. I know firsthand, right? I love it. You stink! Get off the field! Why don't you go home to your mother? I'm like, excuse me, he's singing the national anthem. Can you relax a little bit? And my favorite thing happens. In the bottom of the 5th inning of every game, somebody always proposes marriage on the scoreboard. Right? You're sitting there, right? You look up. Mary, Jim would like to know, will you marry me? 50,000 people all together. Asshole. Asshole. Wouldn't you love to see somebody get divorced on the scoreboard? Yeah? How cool would that be? You're sitting there, you look up, hey Jim, Mary says she's taking the house, the kids, the car, the boat, the dog, your Yankee season tickets. I hope you and your blonde bimbo choke on a ballpark frank. This divorce has been sponsored by Nathan's. So I am single. Go figure, right? I know what you're thinking. You're looking at me going, he's single and a beer vendor. How's this guy still available? I know. I know. I agree. I agree. But I am single. Now people are suggesting things to me. Here's the latest one. I'm going to meet someone when I'm out with my pet, which I tried about 2 weeks ago. You should have seen me walking down the street. I look really stupid carrying my aquarium. But I decided to put one of those personal ads in a magazine, which I thought would be easy. Here's the problem. You're only allowed to describe what you like and what you don't like using initials. Okay, here's my ad. SWM seeks SWF. UCLA grad with PhD looking for VIP with BMW. I love NBC, CBS, BLTs, KFC, Run DMC, and Jay-Z. I dislike FBI, CIA, DMV, IRS, STDs, and PMS. Call me AM, PM, ASAP, ask for SL. PS, if you're not interested, F you. Guys, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on Mad TV. Thanks so much. Buy my book, The Pope and Me at Yankee Stadium. Thank you so much. I'm going to give you back to Dennis. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
I appreciate it.
All right,
Stick
you
around
got
a
it.
second.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're right back. Don't you go away.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Dr. Tom Dow. We have a multidiscipline practice in Melville and Ronkonkoma, New York, and we treat patients with many, many different conditions, from newborns through geriatric patients with numerous different techniques. There's a technique and a type of treatment for every class of patient. We have them all here. Here's my son Thomas, also a doctor of chiropractic, working on one of our patients' cervical spine. This patient has had chronic neck pain for many, many, many years, has been to a multitude of different practitioners with little or no response. And with our specialized techniques, she has improved tremendously and continues to improve on a daily basis. We have two practices, one in Melville and one in Ronkonkoma, New York. We are a multidiscipline chiropractic office. What that means is we have chiropractors, massage therapists, acupuncturists, psychologists, all working as a team and a network of outside professionals such as orthopedists and neurologists that we work hand in hand with to help determine what your injuries are and the best way to treat your injuries. I have the great pleasure of having my son in practice with me. We work hand in hand, father and son, to give our patients the best care possible, and a staff which is loving, caring, and you'll never have to wait at all in our office for service. Many times patients come into our office and they have what's called a soft tissue injury. Soft tissue injuries are like scars inside your body. If you've ever been cut on the outside of your body, you get a scar. The same thing happens inside of your body to your muscles and ligaments. So our job is to determine where those are, stretch the muscles, adjust the vertebra back into their correct position, and then refortify the normal structure with exercise. That's what we do best, and I hope someday you'll come see us at one of our 2 offices. Thank you.
We are back, and there's Dennis. What do you want to say, Dennis?
Here we go. Well, you all know him, like I said. We finally got him on the other side. He's been studying and practicing songs for about 2 solid weeks just to do this show. So the first one, I said, listen, you know what, you do that so well, and you got to do that first one. Right.
Just so you guys know, Dennis asked me to do this like last minute. I don't know any of these songs. That's not true. I know one of the songs. No, I know 2 of the songs. The first 2 I don't know, so I'm going to be vamping a lot and making up some words. So I'm a fill-in. So,
well, at home, put your hands together for Mr. Tommy Maher.
Thank you, Dennis. Where's that band? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Ha! All right. Come on now. You gotta go like a pony maroon. Mashed potatoes. I said to do the alligator. Put your hands on your hips. Wow, let your backbone slip. Do the what to say, my kind of Lucy. Ha! Do you feel all right? Come on now, everybody. I said na 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 na. 1, 2, 3, come on. Ha! All right. That's right. Woo! Ha! Come on now. Do you feel all right? Come on, everybody. I said, do you feel all right? Here we go. Na 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 na. 1, 2, 3. Come on. Na 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 show with my man Reverend Dennis. That's it. And his old girl right there dancing. Yeah, man. All right. Next time I'll learn the words to the song. All right. Woo! Dennis is eating cake now. He can have his cake and eat it too. That's right. Well, like I said, I did. Oh, here's an old goodie. Can we turn it up a touch, Janine? Your love has lifted me higher than I've ever been lifted before. So keep it up. That's my desire. And I never been loved before. I said your love lifted me higher. I said higher, higher and higher. Your love lifted me higher than I've ever been lifted before. I said your love to me, I know you want to be higher and higher. I said your love, oh, lifted me higher than I've ever been lifted before. Come on now. Oh, higher. I said higher, higher and higher. Now your love lifted me higher than I've ever been lifted before. Come on now. Woo, yeah. All right. Oh, yeah. Come on, everybody. I said your love lifted me higher than I've ever been lifted before. So keep it up. Oh, that's my desire. And I never love you forevermore. I said your love lifted me higher. I said higher, higher and higher. I said your love lifted me higher than I've ever been lifted before. Come on. Oh, lifted me higher than I've ever been lifted before. I said your love lifted me higher. And this show here, the Inside Show, can lift you higher. Yeah. All right. I don't even know what the next one is, but we'll give it a shot. And don't forget to tune in. Dennis has really good guests on his show, and he has a really nice show. He's the most professional, very, very professional. He runs a great show. He really does. It's a pleasure to work with him. There is a house in New Orleans they call the rising sun, and it's been the room of many a poor boy, and God, I know I'm one. My mother was a tailor while she sewed my new blue jeans. My father down in New Orleans. Now the only thing a gambler needs is a suitcase and a trunk, and the only time he'll be satisfied is when he's on a drum. Come on now. Oh, mother, tell your children not to do the things I've done. Oh, mother, tell your children not to do your lives in sin and misery in the house of the rising sun. Well, oh yeah, in the house of the rising sun. Well, that was a version of that song that I never heard before, so forgive me. Oh, thank you, the massive crowd, Uh-oh. Get your motor running, head out on the highway, looking for adventure, in whatever comes our way. Yeah, I know anything could happen. Take the world in a loving embrace. Fire all of your guns and won't send, explode into space. I like smoky lightning, heavy metal thunder. Listen with the wind and the feeling that I'm under. Yeah, I know anything could happen. Take the world in a loving embrace. Fire all of your guns and won't send, explode into space. Like a true nature's child, we were born to be wild. We could fly so high, never wanna die. Born to be wild. Born to be wild. Come on! Get your motor running. I said head out on the highway. I said we're looking for adventure, with whatever comes our way. Yeah, I know anything could happen. Take the world in a loving embrace. Fire all of your guns and won't send, explode into space. Like a true nature's child, we were born to be wild. We could fly so high, never wanna die. Born to be wild. That's Dennis playing the guitar. Yeah, we winged it. Look at this. Your cake and eat it too.
That's,
well,
that's
Dennis,
our first anniversary, and you're on my first show.
I just want to congratulate you. You've had a great year. You've come a very long way, and you do run a very professional show, and it is a privilege, and I've told you this in person, not blowing smoke. It is a pleasure to work with you because you are a professional, and I would just like everybody to know that. And your better half is sitting over here on the couch over here, I must say. So.
Well, we're going to take a commercial break so you can start woofing on that.
That's cool with me, man.
That's, what do you call that, honey? What kind of filling?
Fat cake.
Cannoli filling and all that
fat
stuff.
Cake.
Oh, my God.
It's
so
diet,
good.
right? Ellen?
Yes,
It's diet?
it's air dietetic.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, let me go chomp that down.
We'll be right back, folks.
Thank
Don't
you, Dennis.
go away.
God bless.
Okay, there we go. We're right back at you. I want to thank everybody so much for sticking around at home, and our soldiers and all that stuff out there, watching all the different countries and states and serving us and taking care of us. My lovely lady, Ellen, and my lovely comedian. So this is where I get to honor God and country, and that's Steve Lazarus and Tommy Maher. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above, from the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans, why would fools God bless America, my home, sweet home. But as usual, I want to honor our first responders and the police departments and the fire departments and to the soldiers out there who are defending our freedom and to our veterans who've been there and done that. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the greatest country in the world. You can all sing it out with me at home too. God bless America, my home sweet home. God bless America. Take it upstairs. God bless America. God bless America. Our home. Sweet home. Thanks a lot for sticking around. I'm so glad we had this time together. Just to laugh and sing a song, since we just get started. And before you know it, it's time for us to say so long. Where is she?
bless our troops.
You got it. Thank you, everybody, for coming out, sticking out tonight. Thank you, Tommy Maher. Thank you so much, Steve. Why can I never remember that name? I should know that name so well. Lazarus. What is Lazarus? Good night, everybody. God bless.